5 of the biggest concerns that clients have with contingency fee agreements. Today, I'm addressing these issues. I'm Natalie Gerry, the principal and founder of Gerry Law. Today, we're talking about the 5 biggest concerns with contingency fee agreements. I'm going to go through them and hopefully you will have a better understanding of the agreement by the end. Concern number 1 that I hear with the contingency fee agreement is the percentage that the lawyer will take at the end. This is sometimes a concern clients have about the percentage that they're paying. The issue here is that the lawyer is taking on most of the risk on your file. If you do not have a settlement, then the lawyer has wasted this time and you do not have to pay your lawyer for that time. This is one of the issues. If you do have a large concern with the percentage being taken at the end of your matter, you can always discuss with your lawyer paying them on an hourly rate if you prefer to do that. And usually most lawyers would be open to that. Or if you prefer to discuss the percentage, some lawyers might be willing to negotiate with you on that issue. The second big concern that I hear from clients about the contingency fee agreement is concerns about out-of-pocket expenses. These are not covered by the contingency fee agreement, so there can be large expenses associated with getting medical records, especially expert reports and that kind of thing. So this is a concern, and I usually tell clients that it really depends on how much they believe in their case, and I can give legal advice about the strength of the case. And if I also believe in the strength of their case, then this risk is much less. Usually you can negotiate with the lawyer about them carrying the cost of the disbursements until closer to the end of your file. That is something that usually can happen with a contingency fee agreement. The third concern that I hear from clients who look at the contingency fee agreement and think about how it works is they might be concerned about a conflict of interest between the individual's interest, the client's, and the lawyer's financial interest in settling their case. Here I see this issue as going both ways because yes, the lawyer has a financial interest in resolving your case, but they also have a financial interest in resolving your case for as much money as possible. In the same way, you have that interest as well, and you may also be interested in getting your money sooner. So usually your lawyer will explain to you the benefits and the risks of settling sooner and the benefits and risks of going further in your matter or proceeding to trial. The fourth issue that comes up with a contingency fee agreement, and this is by far the largest concern, is the risk of losing your case. Because the case is on contingency, this means that you don't have to pay your lawyer's hourly rate if you lose, but you may still have to pay the disbursements. You will still have to pay the disbursements, out-of-pocket expenses for the lawyer advancing your case, and you may have to pay the costs of the opposing party if you are unsuccessful. The standard form contingency fee agreement in Ontario states, if you lose your case, a court or tribunal may order that you pay costs to the unsuccessful party on a partial indemnity or substantial indemnity basis. Partial indemnity typically means that you may have to pay a certain percentage of the successful party's actual costs. Substantial indemnity typically means that you may have to pay for 80% or more of the successful party's actual costs. This is a large concern to clients because if they lose, they are concerned. Not only are they paying the out-of-pocket expenses of their own lawyer, but they may be on the hook for the defendant's lawyer and they don't even know how much that lawyer costs and various other things. So yes, this is a risk, but it is a risk that your lawyer will keep you in the loop about. I would always inform clients of the risk of having to pay costs to the other party, and it is very unlikely at the outset of your matter. If you have a strong claim, it's unlikely that costs would be payable right away. Most likely, if you bring your lawsuit, you then see the defense, and there is an extremely strong defense, your lawyer will tell you that there is a risk here that you would have to pay costs if you continue. At this point, your lawyer will tell you what your options are, that either you can try to settle it or you can proceed, but with that risk of having to pay costs. And your lawyer will give you advice about how much those costs could potentially be so that you know exactly what the risk is financially to you. Clients do have this concern a lot, but I really think if you go through with your legal matter, your lawyer will make it clear throughout what the risk is, which really makes it less of a risk to you. The fifth concern that I hear from clients, and that may be a concern of yours, is whether the lawyer will be as invested in your case, given that they're being paid at the end as opposed to throughout on an hourly basis. And to this concern, it's kind of the same as my addressing the other questions. It is most likely that the lawyer will be very invested because they have a financial interest that is aligned with the clients. Therefore, it's in their best interest to do the best advocacy possible in terms of getting you the results you want. If the concern is more about communication and attention to the matter and to the client throughout the matter, that is potentially an issue where a contingency lawyer may want to spend less time on the file because they're not being paid hourly. But that issue could be resolved by the client, and I would recommend this to all clients, that they go and look at reviews from previous clients about how the lawyer was with the clients previously, and this gives a good indication of how the lawyer will be in that client's matter. That wraps up the 5 main concerns that I hear from potential clients about a contingency fee agreement. If you have other concerns, please leave them in the comments and I can address those in another video.